All right, Kylie, thanks. We want to turn now to an I-Team investigation. Newly obtained data shows calls for child abuse to the Kern County Department of Human Services have dropped dramatically because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Tonight, we're breaking down the data and showing you what's been concerning for Child Protective Service workers. Since schools were shut down earlier this year and stay-at-home orders were put in place because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of suspected child abuse calls to the Kern County Department of Human Services has dropped by nearly half compared to the last 2 years.
It is something that we've been concerned about.
Pam Hollywell, the assistant director at the Department of Human Services over Child Protective Services, says with kids out of school, people like teachers are reporting less frequently because they're no longer seeing the children every day.
They spend probably the most time in a day with a child or children. And so once school was out, that did have an impact on the number of mandated reporters calling into our hotline.
Through a public records request, 23 ABC's I-Team was able to take a closer look at the numbers. In April of 2018, there were more than 1,200 reports. In April of 2019, there were also more than 1,200 reports. But this April, there were only 567 reports. It was a similar story in May. In 2018, there were more than 1,100 reports. In 2019, there were more than 1,300 reports. But this year, there were only 685 reports. That's why now, more than ever, DHS is encouraging everyone to call if they suspect a child is being abused or neglected.
You know how they say it takes a village to raise a child. It really does depend on the eyes and ears of our community, even more so at this point, because there was a lag in referrals while school was out.
They're also reminding mandated reporters and the community to speak up through a new video on social media. They're saying even if you're not sure abuse is happening, it's better to call and let DHS decide how to move forward.
We just want to really remind people and encourage them, if they even have an inkling, feel free to give us a call and allow us to check that out. Now, we also reached out to local law enforcement about the number of child abuse cases they've had. The Bakersfield Police Department shows between March and June of this year, numbers are slightly down compared to the past 2 years. And the Kern County Sheriff's Office says between March and May, they are also down slightly compared to last year. Now, again, to report suspected child abuse or neglect, you can call the 24-hour hotline at 661-631-6011. And if it's an emergency, you are asked to call 911.